Alrighty. That should be everything. Yeah, I'm rocking a ponytail today. I just felt like it. Plus, my hair's a bit of a mess. So, it works. But yes, we are today going to be dealing with a giant coffee table. For anyone who's never seen Avalugg before, it'll make sense why I keep referring to it as a giant coffee table. So I could do with some more Bergmites. Mostly because the game just has not given me a decent Bergmite yet. But, that happens. I do kind of want to go back to the main area, see if I can maybe teach Miss Magius, flamethrower. Because that'd be pretty nice to have, but... crunchy salt. Bergmites. Alright. Well, that was a real slog, fighting through those miserable icy winds to reach this desolate bit of nowhere. Well done, us. This gentleman is Avalugg's warden and my most honorable teacher. Garrick? I'm just gonna call him Garrick. Show some respect, Adaman. Let's begin with some proper introductions. I am Garrick. I serve as one of the Pro Clan's wardens. You must be Dawn, right? Of Galaxy Team? Answer me this, would you? On what grounds do you come here seeking to quell Lord Avalugg? He's in a frenzy. He's probably suffering. Leads me to the next question. What is wrong with him being frenzied? I mean, could very well cause trouble for others, but I feel like the biggest thing that's wrong is presumably their suffering. I have another question. Setting aside any orders, what does your heart tell you to do? Quell his frenzy. Our mighty Lord of the Tundra, Avalugg, has done nothing to trouble any person or Pokemon. Sir, please try to keep your cool. For now, indeed, Avalugg is causing no trouble, but aren't we also duty-bound to free our people from living in fear of such a colossal Pokemon from living in fear that such a colossal Pokemon might begin to wreak havoc at any moment? We are. There's certainly logic to that. But if that is what you hope to accomplish, then we must judge whether this child is up to the task. Who cares about the grandstanding? Let's get to battling. Alright. I'll take you on, my man. My musculature is as hard as unyielding as ice. You think you can break through? I mean, probably. I'd rather you didn't try to squat on me, sir. That's very rude. Okay, he has a ghost. We may as well take care of that ghost really quick. That isn't going to change the turn order any. I may as well just Bitter Malice. That'll probably take care of it, no problem. For both evolutions of Snorunt. Ah, that may change things a bit. Yep. I should have Shadow Sneaked. Well, guess what, my guy? I've got a gooey dragon, and you think you can stand up to the might that is a gooey dragon? I don't think you can. He was right. Your Glalie down to the gooey dragon. Outstanding. I'm as tough as an iceberg, but you smashed me through and through. Suppose you all can get on with it now. This one's all right. Thank you, sir. Some may still have their doubts about a stranger like Dawn, but I'll vouch for her. And if you insist on quelling Avalugg's frenzy, you'll want to claim some of that eternal ice he likes and bring it to my lord's seat. Good luck. Eternal ice, is it? For that you'll need to be able to fly, which means you'll need braviary. Long story short, you've got to seek out a young lady named Sabby. Tell the long story long. You're not saving any time if you waste it puzzling out what you mean. Isn't Avalugg one of Pearl-Clan's lords? Seems a bit odd for me to do the talking. But fine, listen up. The Eternal Ice stuff can be found atop Avalugg's legacy here. But to get there, you'll need my clan's help. Not even Sneasler can climb this surface, let alone a person, like you or me. You're gonna have to approach by air with Braviary's help. Garrick once managed to climb nearly to the top of Avalugg's legacy, I'll have you know. Said he made it within 6 feet of the top. Might makes right, or at least height. And, but Sabby, how do I put this? Even when she's not flying with Braviary, she's got her head in the clouds. Well, you'll understand once you meet her. Head towards Snowpoint Temple, and you'll probably come across her sooner or later. What? Sabby? Yeah, there she is. My clairvoyance told me that I'd lead you on a chase. Think you can reach me? See what you meant about Sabby. Why would she be up there? Because she can. Does she need a reason? Seems you better focus on pursuing Warden Sabby. Let me focus on my workout while I still can. But my guy, you could do that anytime. Like, I'm not stopping you. I'm honestly just surprised I haven't seen more memes of him squatting on people. Like... Oh yeah, I thought I might be able to just skip most of this. Yo, what up? Hello, my name's Sabby. Nice to meet you, Dawn. I feel like this is the more polite thing. I've heard about you. You're super talented, right? Bet you're gonna be fun to play with. I know why you're here, too. You want Braviary's help so you can quell Avalugg's frenzy, don't you? Well, you'll get it if you can catch me first. Let's go, Braviary! You can fly. Hardly seems fair. And away they go. Hello, Oakley. I'd say to get it. Because it's a very different experience from Violet. Like Scarlet and Violet. Well, I wouldn't say very different. It's still Pokemon. You're still getting the Pokemon experience, but like... It's a lot more open than Scarlet and Violet. If that can, you know, even make any sense. It also has a lot of battle mechanics that the other games don't. Like agile moves. And power moves. There's a lot. Basically, an agile move, the best way to think of it is it's going to move you ahead in the action order, which is also different. You can see on the side, like, Bitter Malice normally is that. With this, it doesn't change anything. Shadow Sneak, it changes the order of that. If I were to agile it, I now go faster after it acts once. Snarl's the same, Slap's the same, because Zoroark really isn't all that fast. If I strong style it, it then lets the Bergmite get 2 moves. You know, I really wish they would bring this kind of thing back. That'd be really cool. Ow. I was kind of hoping that would just KO. Mirror Electrode. Poor Zoroark. She was just added to the team, and she's fainted so many times already. I mean, it's one of those things, I'd say if you can get the game relatively cheap, go for it. Like, it's rather fun. There's also a new Legends game coming soon, so like... That'll be Legends ZA. Which should be, in theory, very similar. I say in theory because we don't really know yet, but, you know. Alright, I gotta go way over there, but there's stuff over here. There's barrels. I think this is actually back the way I came. But, no, it actually isn't. Towards the Pearl Settlement. And ironically, towards the place I was told to go. But, like, Legends Arceus is much more Breath of the Wild than standard Pokemon. I think mostly just because Nintendo realized how well Breath of the Wild did for them, and they were like, quick, everybody do Breath of the Wild. But it works. Ooh. Distortion's forming. Way over there. I can get over there. I honestly don't know when Pokemon Day is. I'm like the worst for keeping up with like various like milestones and stuff for games. I get the feeling where it was announced way back for, basically for the Switch, that it'll probably be compatible with both, would be my guess. Like, so far I think the only thing we know for sure is, like, guaranteed to be, Switch 2 is the new Mario Kart. And even that's still kind of up in the air, because it could be compatible with both. Blissey. Experience. I don't think I have a Blissey yet, so... Nope, I did not. Hey, this has grass. Hiding in the grass. Do-do-do-do-do. Hiding in the grass. Okay. Let's... I prefer Great Balls. I have a soft spot for Great Balls. I can't help it. Now to wait for this to form. Me, I'm gonna work on story today! Also me, this is space-time rift forming. I'm gonna come camp here for a while. I want evolution items. I will say, like, that's one thing I don't exactly like about Pokemon games, is that I have to add the caveat of if you can get this for a reasonable price. Because, like, it's many years old at this point. There's been newer games, but that just means this one's probably more expensive now. Because that makes sense. Like, I really don't like that trend with Pokemon games. Like, but it's because Pokemon's known. It's a known entity. So, like, you gotta upcharge for it. I mean, you're crazy if you don't. I remember back in the day going into a used game store and seeing a copy of Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire. This was just after Emerald had come out. For like 20 bucks. Man, how crazy was I to not buy those back then? I was going in to buy Emerald. There used to be a day when, like, games would be cheaper after, you know, a year or so after they came out. These days, depending on the game, it's still cheaper, and also depending on the game, it could be like 5 times the price. Fun! To be fair, that just seems to be anything these days. If it's something people want, it'll be like quadruple the price days after launch. Gestures at the new NVIDIA graphics cards. Oh, I almost feel bad for people that are in the market for a new graphics card and refuse to buy AMD, which I'll never understand, which is why I don't feel too bad for them. But, you know. Just the fact that, like, you really can't get a 50 series graphics card right now. It doesn't sound so bad, I guess. Over here, last I saw, Legends Arceus was like $90 to $100, where retail it goes for like $59.99, so $60, or at least went for that retail. Ah, my inventory's full. What do I have? I can just use this. Hey, Zorak, have some XP. I can just use this as well. For some more attack. I do not need balls of mud. There's a dubious disc, but I need an upgrade. I have a Porygon Z. But, like, that also just tends to be how Pokemon games go over here in Canada. Like, I've been keeping an eye on, like, the prices for, like, the Let's Go games. Because I wouldn't mind giving them a try for, like, you know, about $40. I think it'd be about the highest I would go. But they're still at least MSRP. And most are more expensive than that. And it's like, that game isn't worth that. I'm sorry, it's not. But that's just kind of the problem when anything Pokemon is seen of as a collectible first. Like, lucky bugger. Because that'd be about like $30 Canadian, I think. Ah, lucky bugger. I would have paid that, but it's never been that cheap around here. Okay, I've got basically everything out of this. I should probably head to a camp. There's a camp right here. I need to put stuff in storage. I could really use the grit gravel, but eh. Well, I mean, I say I could really use... I could just use it. There we go. Stored. Yeah, well, I'm here. How are these Avalugg... well, these Bergmites looking? Are any of them... no. Okay. No. No. What is it with them and just wanting their special attack up? There's so many of them. Special attack or speed. This one's usable. This little one's usable. Do I want to add it to my party? Who would it replace? I could replace Lopunny. I've got something that can serve the same purpose as Lopunny now. So yeah, let's do that. I like little Bergmite. Don't remember if this thing has I have heard of that store. But there is... okay, it's just level 37. Okay. Neat. There is not really anything comparable around here other than, like, smaller local game stores. Which tend to have okay pricing. It's just, like... You're still dealing with probably close to retail. Which I'm not overly against, but, like... 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I can evolve this. No problem. Just needs to get 2 levels. Yep. Like, the closest around here is, probably, like, at least of a bigger store would be, like, EB Games. Because they will occasionally have games listed for a reasonable below MSRP price, but, like... it's very occasional. I cannot go any higher. Distortion has faded. I should really not be having Bergmite lead the party. Honestly, even Zorark's probably a bit of a risk at this moment, but it's fine. Ayo, what up? Done! Made it all the way up here in this cold. The question is, did you catch me? Or did I let myself get caught? Ooh, and one more thing. Am I even really clairvoyant? I mean, you might be. I don't know. No one but me could really know, right? Anyway, the challenge continues. The next stop of our merry chase is Snow Point Temple. The real question here is, am I really having fun playing with you? Or am I bored? I mean, that is a pretty good question. What do you mean by that? Like, will I be doing, like, the extra stuff with New Horizons, or...? Are you referring to something else, by chance? Oh yeah, I'll be moving on to a different Animal Crossing. It might be GameCube. I might revisit one of... That Driftbloom was just on its side. I might revisit one of the other games that I've played before. I've been really enjoying just doing Animal Crossing, so I'm probably just going to keep it going until I stop enjoying doing Animal Crossing. I have a lot of fun doing the yearly series. So... And there really isn't a better series for doing, like, a daily upload of than Animal Crossing. So, it works. I'll probably, as, like, New Horizons comes to a close, like, in December, I might basically ask for feedback of what game people would like me to go to next. Unless a new Animal Crossing comes out in that time, in which case I'll probably do the new Animal Crossing. So... my hopes for a new Animal Crossing is that they more or less, while keeping the mechanics people liked about New Horizons, go back to a more life simulation feeling game. Like, I'm all for city builders, don't get me wrong. It's not what I play Animal Crossing for. Just why in that series I'm not really city building, I'm just playing it like it's an older game. You know? Go, my ghost. Oh, that Kadabra is very high level. And I cannot change the turn order. Go, Gudra! So, like, I would like to see an option to keep... Like, basically, it to be an option of whether to do the randomness or to keep the city building kind of deal. I feel like that would be ideal for everybody. Because the people who enjoy having that super curated town would still be able to do it. And those that want the random town could do that too. It basically just comes down to, I kind of hope everybody gets what they want. Miss Magius can probably take this on, no problem. Go, Miss Magius. Ball that Kadabra with Shadow! I would definitely like to see, like, the random islands stay. Where, like, you can... Rather than going back to, like, a New Leaf style of, like, island tour, you keep the New Horizons style, where it's semi-random, only with more amounts of randomness. Because, like, you go on an island tour, like, 5-6 times in a row, and you'll start to see the same island again. You know. It would be nice to have a few more islands available, basically. Or just have it be, like, procedurally generated. Same space, but, you know, different every time, kind of thing. Okay. Pretty sure this is a fight. So let's get Gudra healed up. Get Sneasler her close combats back. Yo, what up? Hey again, Dawn. It's nice having someone new out here to play with. Safety in numbers or something like that. Anyway, here's Snowpoint Temple. I've opened the front door for you. Just a little more chasing left for you to do. But the real question here is, am I really having fun playing with you, or am I just bored? I think you're just bored. Trying to liven up your day. You heard what Warden Sabi said. If you have Warden Sabi's approval to enter, then by all means do so. But be warned, those who cannot solve the temple's puzzles won't get very far within. I've heard that the trick is to pay attention to which way the stone statues are looking. Come to think of it, I believe the statues have some sort of pattern on their chests too. Alright, I'm looking at statues. Feels a little rude to look at their chests, but if it wants me to do it, I guess I'm doing it. Regis. Bronzong. Man, I remember way back in the day, it being basically like playground information of like, man, ghosts are weak to psychic. No, they're not. Ghosts are not weak to psychic. Oh man, we got the legendaries again, and the various forms. There's Marcanines, 2 of them in fact. So we got steel, ice, rock, normal, ice, steel, don't know if any of those ones matter. It's what we got. Gives me the feeling that that's not normal. That's rock. Yeah, that's rock again. Just looked a little weird. I also do kind of hope that the next Animal Crossing will be released in a more finished state than New Horizons was. Because I almost feel like that's a lot of people's problems with New Horizons, is if you played it day one, like, you know, before they really started adding a bunch of stuff with updates, there really wasn't much there. So, like, I can understand people being like, the game's kind of lame. Because, like, they didn't experience the whole game. You know, Nintendo kind of falling victim to the same, more or less releasing an early access title as every other studio seems to be doing. At least in that case. Okay, so steel pointed that way. Rock pointed this way. Then ice. So, rock, steel, ice. Did I do it? Yeah! Also, man, I wish I could save for a car. I can't even drive, though, so it'd be nice to be able to drive, but that is a pipe dream at the moment. Okay, so no statue here. We got ice. Rock. Steel. Ice, rock, steel. Rock. Ice. Ice, rock, steel, rock, ice. Ice. Rock. Steel. Rock. Ice. I also live in the middle of nowhere. It's just, like, there's nowhere around here work-wise that's reliable enough to be able to get a car. Like, that's where I'm at, basically. Like, because, like, I was working for a while at, like, one of the local supermarkets, and I was getting pretty decent hours. 32, 40 a week. It was giving me a good amount of money. I was literally at that point like, I'm going to start saving money and get a car. And then suddenly my hours were dropped to 8 a week. For like a month. No way I can afford a car on that little amount of pay. Like, and just the fact that they can just do that whenever, like... basically meant I can't trust that place, at least when it comes to hours, and nowhere else around here is hiring. So, you know, fun. Okay. Steel. Ice. Rock. Ice. Steel. Rock. Okay, is that the same combo twice? Ice, steel, rock, ice, steel, rock? No. Steel, ice, rock. I'm gonna need to write these down, aren't I? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna be lazy. Phone, please. Whoa. Phone, no, stop. Okay, I need something I can write on. WordPad. Frisk, my lap is not set up for you. And ice. Steel, rock. There we go. Steel. Ice. Rock. Ice. Steel. Rock. I mean, like, it's one of those things of I know there's people like in my offline life that definitely are basically of the mindset of like, man, why doesn't he get a job? It's like, I've tried many times. It's really not as simple as just get a job. Like, I wish it was. God, that would be so easy. Like, I've had a job multiple times. Not since moving here. That took absolutely forever, but the town I grew up in, like, I had a couple jobs, and, like, One of them was very much a case of I kind of knew it was more or less temporary type job. I was kind of working under the table for someone at one of the local supermarkets of the town I grew up in to basically do their job cleaning at night. So, like, I wasn't even getting paid, like, a standard rate, but I was also, like, high school kid, so, like, I'll take it. You know. I don't want to fight you, Gallad. I mean, I will, but I don't wanna. I want to catch you. Want to just be caught? You really don't want to fight. Honest, you really don't. You really don't want this. Maybe the Gallade just wants a Great Ball. Maybe that's what it is. I mean, I don't know. I'd want to be in a Great Ball. Like, the frustrating thing is, like, this supermarket I was working at that just randomly cut my hours out of nowhere is... Ow. The same... I'll fight you. It's the same supermarket as my older sister works at. And she's constantly on about how, like, they need workers. Like, they absolutely need workers. And nobody, you know, nobody stays there for long. Or the workers they do have are just bad and unreliable. Ow. Forgot Sneasler was weak to Psychic. Am dumb. Goodra can probably just take this, though. If nothing else, Goodra can tank this. But, like, it doesn't seem to change the fact that that store just does that to people. Like, some people do. But most businesses around here, you're hired as a part-time worker and then given full-time hours. So that they can, at will, just cut your hours whenever and however they feel like it. It is complete BS. I think everybody around here hates it, but it's just... The Americans have rubbed off on us too much. Because I know that's how they do things down in the US as well. It's super annoying. Especially because, like, there's this, like, real resentment towards people who do actually, like, spend the time to negotiate out being hired on as a full-time worker. So they do have that, like, required 40-hour contract, basically. Because, like, and you could probably understand that of, you know, if you're hired on and you're doing a good job, and then they hire somebody else on who's not doing a very good job, but that person's being given more hours than you, you're not going to question why. You're just going to be annoyed because the other person's getting more hours than you, and, you know, it's generally not hard to be able to tell that, you know, when you're the one doing most of the work in a department. I mean, like, it's rare I grab them. Hold on a second. Where did I put those? Down here. Maybe. Can't find my old work clipboard. No. What did I do with the thing? Well, it might be down. No, it's around here somewhere. Aha! Found it. Because I was in the salad bar. I won't pull out any papers that I could possibly get in trouble for. But basically, my job, I was working at nights, was to basically make the salads that would be sold over the next day. This is one I could probably get in trouble for showing. Well, maybe. Probably not. There's really nothing on here that's... Lots of paperwork. So, like, I was working alone, making basically the products for them to sell the next day. The general thing I was told when I was hired was that I should aim for making around 100 salads in a night. That more or less covered the next day. Might sound like a lot, but that's a decently reasonable number. And, like, I would have some days where, you know, I'm pulling out 89. Because I would keep track of this stuff. But, like, quite often, there's 143. And we got, 133. A lot of this stuff was, I had to guess as well, because while there was a thing we were supposed to go off of to make these, all I knew was how many were on the shelf, how many fit on the shelf, and that's all I could know until, like, 2 in the morning. I started at 10. So I'm working on complete guesswork of what the system is going to want for most of my shift. You know, 93s. I wasn't, like, the perfect worker, but I was getting stuff done. Like, I hope that at least, you know, shows that. Like, I was getting stuff done. Like, I also have some of the production audits, which are the things I could probably get in trouble for showing, that basically showed I was basically the only one getting things done. I also have multiple notes in this clipboard from my manager berating me for not doing more. When, as the reason for my hours to be cut. I'm already working above what I was supposed to be. But why aren't you working harder? Am I close to making money on YouTube? Maybe I could turn on memberships, and that would allow people on my YouTube to be a member. I don't have anything to offer members, so, like, I'm a little iffy on doing it. Because I'm like, I could turn it on, And I probably should, because then YouTube would probably show my content to more people. Because then there's the chance that, well, people might watch my stuff, and then YouTube makes some money, and YouTube wants that. So, it's probably a good idea I do it. I just haven't yet. I probably should, though. I keep talking about how I should in, like, videos, and then I just never get around to it. Yeah, I could rant about that store for quite a while. And the sad thing is, I've thought about going back. Mostly because I do hear my older sister all the time be like, man, we really need workers. And it's like, you know I'll work. I can throw a resume in, you know. But my main thing is that, you know, I would like at least the reasonable assurance of hours, you know. I'm not asking for, like, a guarantee 40. Like, that's not what I'm asking for, because I know that's almost impossible, but can you at least guarantee me 3 shifts a week? You know, that doesn't seem too unreasonable. I could literally work that into my schedule as is, too. Because I could basically just work the 3 days that I upload videos instead of streaming. Ta-da! You know, I've got 4 days total that I can do stuff. But, like, the thing is, like, even though she's an assistant manager, she can't give that kind of assurance because it's the store manager itself that decides how many hours any department can have. And if he randomly decides that, nah, you don't need those hours, you don't get those hours. It's stupid. And, like, the store manager that was there when I left, that was almost certainly the reason I lost my hours, is still the store manager. So, like, I have no faith in that place at all. Guess I've been caught, so we're nearly done. That's no fun. You remember my clairvoyance? It showed me something else. I saw you flying with Braviary. Do you think that'll come to pass? I'll make sure that it does. I'll punch a toddler. Well, however the future turns out, flying with Braviary isn't easy. You really want to be able to fly high in the sky? Then prove to me you're strong enough. Gonna take us on? Yep. I'll fight you. Now get ready, because here come Rhyperior, Magmortar, and Electivire. All 3 of them. Go! Yeah, the trainers in this cheat. I really wish I still had Lilligant. If I still had... Well, no, Lilligant would probably get wrecked by the Magmortar, but Lilligant would also be able to, like, wreck that Rhyperior. Magius is going to go down. Rhyperior is the biggest threat. This might take care of the Magmortar, though. Yeah, okay. The Electivire wasted its turn. Magius might actually survive this. She did. Okay. Do have Electrode. The Magmortar's taken care of. If it high horsepowers, though, Electrode's gonna go down. I might just sack Magius so I can bring Electrode in. Yeah, let's Shadow Ball the Electivire. I mean, that's annoying, but Magius isn't going down. What? Okay, well, okay. Nothing's changed. Thankfully, at least, like, the department manager for the department I was in is no longer there. But I wouldn't be working in that department again. I'd be going to a different department, because that's the one that, by my older sister's account, needs workers. So, you know. I remember somebody back when this game came out, like, that was in the friend group I was in, not being able to win that fight. And I still don't understand how they couldn't win. Oh, you caught us and you beat us. You've won all our games so far, but Braviary still wants to get to know you even better. To the roof we go. Like, I've changed my team around so much to the point where, like, a good amount of my team is under-leveled for this part of the game. Ms. Magius is also a kind of new addition. Actually, she's just as new as Zorark. It's just the Misdreavus was higher level. Grok, grok! Alright, Braviary. Why not test out Dawn's strength for yourself? I got him, Miss Magius. I'm not worried. Wait, that thing's normal type, isn't it? No. Right, it's Psychic Flying. Regular Braviary is the... yeah, let's just Shadow Ball. Well, there's regular. It'll probably Agile Style and then Style all over my... It's gonna KO itself. Good job. Okay. Grr, I can't believe Braviary lost. But that's that. Thanks for playing with me. Guess I'll head home now. Bye! Hey. Didn't you leave yet? I was kidding. Play along with me on your flute. You know, it would have been really neat if they would have, like, basically revealed that little tune to have actually been a small part of a much bigger tune, and that's what you slowly play little bits of, instead of it just being the same little pressing start. You know? Receive the sky plate. Stone tablet imbued with the essence of flight. It can make Arceus fly. Thanks, Sabby. Sure, having Dawn to fly around with should be fun for Braviary. Yeah, I'm glad. World where people and Pokemon can live and work together, huh? Tell me, why do you think that lightning that comes from the rift would cause these frenzies? Do you think this is Almighty Sinnoh's anger? Or do you think it's a trial it's putting us to? If it's a trial, if we prove ourselves worthy, and we quell the last noble, calm Avalugg, then the rift really ought to close, right? Even if the one who seems to be clearing this trial is a newcomer like you, not one of us who've been living here in Hisui for ages now. How come you're playing all wise? Thought you weren't a big thinker, Adaman. Hush, Sabby. I can feel history on the move. As far as I can see, the one ushering in this new era is you. So if I stick with you, someday I might get to meet Almighty Sinnoh myself. The question is, does listening to Adaman fascinate you, or bore you to tears? Anyway, Dawn, it's time for you to go soar with Braviary. If you jump from way up here, Braviary can take you gliding just about anywhere. Don't forget about the Eternal Ice. That's why you need a Braviary in the first place, right? It is. Avalugg's legacy is down there. Now you got a feel for flying with Braviary. Well, now go get a feel for flying with Braviary. When you're done soaring the skies and want to land, just ask him to dive. You can now call Braviary and glide through the air. I do love just like the mental image of just, oh dear God, I'm falling, play the flute. Like, you're falling, quick, play a flute, epic flute solo. Yeah, I honestly think my biggest issue with enabling, like, membership on my YouTube is I'm going to feel so awkward asking people to, like, become a member. Or even just having it there. It's going to feel so awkward. Our phone is beeping. Contain the piece of eternal ice. A type of ice beloved by the Lord of the Tundra, Avalugg. This ice is said to be fragments of an ancient Avalugg that lived long ago. So it's eating itself. Wahaha! Hey man, at last the summit is conquered. I see you made it too. Flew down to this place and obtained the eternal ice, did you? What drives that burning zeal of yours, I wonder? Here you go, man. Have some ice. I do have to respect the effort you put in. I may still have my own doubts weighing on my mind, but I'll make the necessary preparations that you can face my Lord Avalugg. Meet me at Ice Peak Arena. It's really convenient how it's only the ones with arenas that have gotten, frenzied. It's real funny, that. Now, don't try to repeat the wondrous feat you're about to see me perform. A tall leap like this can only be managed by highly toned bodies like mine. Cue the SpongeBob. My leg! Kinda, yeah. Only he's very ice-typey here. Okay. Yeah, I do need to go there. Chris, what are you doing? Why are you getting into things? Yeah? It's because you can? I don't think it's a very good reason. I mean, she seems to think so, but... I think she's more just upset when she was just on her pillar now. I didn't turn the camera so that she may be the star. Alright, let's... get Avalugg its stats that matter. And there's its stats that matter. I may as well give it the special defense and speed as well. Watch me have to use, like, earth power with that thing. No, blizzard. Close enough. I don't understand why the game does this. Avalugg is not a special attack. Why must I use special attacks? Frisk, can you not? I see you back there. There is no room for you to get behind the TV. So can you just not? That would be very helpful. I'd rather not you knock the TV down. I'd also rather that sentence make sense, but it's just not gonna. That's what you get. Come out of there. Get up in your tower. Stop trying to force yourself to be the center of attention. No, you do not need on my lap. You don't. You're fine on your tower. Well, you are. Yeah. Here, fine. Be the star. You're the host now. You're playing. Fine, plague. You're being quite spicy. I'm not gonna try and brush you. It's not gonna happen. Oh, now you're gonna go up there? You know, where the camera can't see? Let me adjusting it again. I really need just like an auto-tracking camera for this little crap. She's doing this on purpose, and I know it. There we go. I mean, if I zoomed out the camera as well, I think it could just catch her in all three places, but... I do kind of want to keep using the giant coffee table. Just like... But I am having second thoughts over seeing what I need to do with the thing. Where am I going? Over there. Proud of yourself? Yeah. Distortion is forming. Doesn't matter how fast you punch, you can't punch a ghost, Machoke. Not unless you're punching like a bullet. Then you can punch a ghost. But you gotta be punching at bullet speeds, not Mach speed. Ignore how, you know, bullets are slower than Mach speed. Ignore that part. And also, I may as well mention, before anyone possibly questions, Frisk chose that Waddle Doo needs to be on his head. I did not choose that. That is what Frisk decided, and he is her buddy, so... Going back down there? Are you leaving? Tired of being the star? Okay. I gotta get the webcam back. This is gonna make my Animal Crossing recording seem so weird. Too low. Yeah, it's about right. I think it's a little too high now, but it's fine. The webcam's just not gonna be in the right spot. I think it's fine. It's not fine. That looks a bit better. It's like on days like today, I've got to split my recording, so... I still find it absolutely funny how, like, my Sneasler is literally taller than... It's just, that'll probably always be funny to me. Now we wait. But yeah, I am very much thinking of, at some point soon, actually getting around to turning on membership for my YouTube. I think I'll mention when I turn it on, but I don't think I'll really do, like, the push for membership, because, like, it feels awkward. I have nothing to offer people for members-only stuff. I suppose that would give me another way, you know, another place to upload extra content to, but, like, I'd feel bad gating some of it behind a paywall. Like, I make this stuff because I'm enjoying making it. And I enjoy how you guys enjoy watching it. Like, it's a win-win. I enjoy making it. You guys enjoy watching it. I wouldn't want to be like, okay, now $5, $5, please. You know, that feels wrong. Yeah, I wish I had things to offer. Like, that's my thing. I wish I had ways of making it worth people's time. You know? But there's nothing I can really think of that, to me, feels right. Because, like, I wouldn't want to, like... You know, I wouldn't want to, like... I suppose I could upload content that, like, is never gonna see the light of day. I've got some old Majora's Mask test footage that I could upload from, like... Technically, it's already uploaded. It's just unlisted. But it's from, like, 4 or 5 years ago. I had basically made it and was like, I want to get some feedback on this before I, like, carry on too much with making this as a series. And had sent the videos to my, at the time, girlfriend, and she's yeah, she'd watch it and give me feedback, and then she just never did. So, you know. Link cable. So, like, I've got, like, stuff like that I could put on there, I suppose. But even then, I feel like I should just do, like, proper series. Though I guess, in a way, I could also upload videos like that to members only. Just be like, hey, give me feedback before I full series this kind of thing. But I'm also to the point where I feel like I'm comfortable enough recording that I don't need as much feedback. I definitely still want and need feedback. Like, any feedback anyone could give is valuable. But, like, I wouldn't be like, I don't want to upload this series until I get feedback anymore. Like, I'm to the point where I'm just like, screw it, we ball. I'll just upload. If it's bad, it's bad. I'm not very good at this content creation thing. So, you know. I feel like I'm definitely better at, like, stream style content. It's just what I do best. Also, I meant to say it earlier, but yeah, if you can get a copy of New Horizons pretty cheap, you should probably get it. It's pretty neat. I don't know what that game goes for around here. Probably way too much, but because it's a Nintendo game. Fans do what Nintendo. Put fans in heavy quotes, but you know. Oop, wrong button. Wrong button. I meant to dive. Now I'm just low enough I can just do this. Frostbite. Definitely feel like at first it'll probably just mostly be just a way of supporting the channel. I'll probably think of something I can do eventually that's like members only stuff I could do that I'm not gonna feel bad about locking behind membership. Here, I get to try to get into this voice again. Why, if it isn't dawn? What a pleasure finding a familiar face, or any face, in this far corner of the Abalaster Icelands. I came to bring Garrick an order of sword caps, and he was more than willing to have a chat about Avalugg. What do you say? Interested in a bit of gossip? Sure, I'll hear it. And why wouldn't you be? So, Avalugg, yes? The fifth of Hosui's nobles. That he is. You know what? He's an absolute beast. Well, yes, according to what I was told. Not only does he barrage you with chunks of ice, he also fires off massive icicles. And he can cause sharp ice crystals to erupt from the ground below you. Doesn't that seem a bit too powerful to take on? What's more, apparently the Avalugg of old could be up to 100 feet tall. Doesn't that seem a little bit too big to take on? Oh, you'll be alright. You just have to eat some sword caps. Then give your training your all. Nothing better for building muscle than that. Onward now to the arena. I'd feel bad about doing that with Animal Crossing Islands, because I want to just do that kind of thing for, like, the series. But, like, I could do, like, some Pokemon battling and stuff. Maybe make some, like, small guides for, like, EV training and the like. Yes, well, I did want to see that Avalugg, but perhaps not at the cost of my life. So I suppose my freezing digits and I will be off. Machamp. Alright, well. This might be dumb. Bring it on, big boy! I got 2 ghosts. You can't punch them both. Yeah, get bulked. I don't care. I have a ghost, and I do not believe you can punch it. I mean, what could a Machamp possibly have? A lot of things. It could have a lot of things. Defense being one. Okay, close combat, that's fine. I can deal with some close combat. I don't think it has anything to hurt Zoroark with, or else it probably would have by now. Hey, Frostbite, that'll help. Okay, close combat, Drain Punch, Bulk Up, and 1 extra move. I've got the Frostbite. Let's just move to Slashing, because I've got plenty of PP on Slash left. Double Edge. Okay. It has nothing it can hurt Zoroark with. Okay. Frostbite went away. It's pretty low health. Let's see if I can catch it. Because it can't do anything to Zoroark, so... I've got really nothing to worry about. It can get bulked. It can become Bulk Fogan. Yeah. Level up for most of the party. Really, these little Bergmites. I love how part of the plot of this game is like people are so afraid of Pokemon. How can you be afraid of this? Like, can I get to the... No, I kind of want to get to the first person camera. I can't see it anymore. But there it is. Like, how can you be afraid of this? Look at him! Doing little hops. Like, Bergmite is just absolutely friend. How could you ever be afraid of a Bergmite? Like, I mean, sure, they're kind of big, but it's not like they do anything aggressive. He just exists. Now, I can kind of understand why you'd be afraid of this, but at the same time, it's a freaking coffee table with like, blinders on. Like, that you could also probably outwalk, given how slow Avalugg is. Like... Okay, my man, I'm here ready to make some cheeseburgers. So, we are to quell Avalugg as you wished. In the end, the strength of your feelings won out. Or maybe your real strength comes from the way that you walk among both people and Pokemon. Well, I suppose I'd better get to work making some bombs, using that eternal ice. I've heard how they are made, and with muscles like mine, it'll only be a moment's work. I mean, you just grind them up, make cheeseburgers. Put him in a bag. Bam. If you truly wish to quell Avalugg, then walk on the path that lies before you. But know that Avalugg will hurl chunks of ice at you without relent. You need unrivaled dodging ability. Alright. I mean, I'm pretty sure Electrode was more difficult, but, you know. Not as big. You know, not as big, but... It's a bit hard to believe that this hasn't caused any problems yet. Given it moving caused an earthquake. Giving real MMO vibes. And I kind of love it. Alright, my guy, you won't come close enough to have some cheeseburgers? Yeah, I'll just throw cheeseburgers. I don't need to fight it. I don't mind this fight against a giant coffee table taking a while. I need unrivaled dodging abilities. I don't think you actually need to dodge any of this. You just need to be running. I mean, I probably should have dodged, but... I suppose that you would need to, properly dodge. Me trying to get fancy takes 2 hits. Seems about right. Hey man, I'm not there. Crap. Ah, why did I dodge? I knew there'd be invulnerability flames. I might want to actually do battle. Closely combat! Well, that's unfortunate. I should have just strengthed it. I have it physical. Okay. Blah. Yeah, game, I am aware how to do this. I just shouldn't have tried to get fancy. But yeah, I have a physical. I actually pre-ordered it, so I have the pre-order bonus thingy. Though it has gotten ripped over time, which I'm sad about. But it was nice and safely on my desk. Like my old computer desk. And then at some point, Frisk knocked it down behind the desk. And then ended up starting to play with it and caused it to get ripped. So. And it was a little pre-order poster. Pretty neat. Yeah, come on, game. Let's just get back to where I was. I'll show it my power strong style. It still lived. That is unfortunate. I guess it rolled higher defense this time. You would think it would be from sturdy, but there are no abilities in this, so... Take your cheeseburgers! Hold up a sec, I need to heal Sneasler. So that she may punch you again. I also need to get this close combat's back. Just give me a moment. I'm getting there. Okay, there we go. Thanks for holding your attack in place. It's like, I'm very much in the camp of, like, when it comes to New Horizons, and it's why I have the guess that a lot of the people who really just don't like it were probably people who, played it, like, when it first came out. Is because I was one of those people, and I, for a while, was in the same sort of camp of, like, it's not as good as New League. Because, like, there was so much stuff missing. But now, it has all the stuff that was really missing, so, you know. Okay, even if I agile, it doesn't change things. Okay, it just lives on that amount of HP every time. Got it. But I mean, that does just kind of fall into first impressions matter a lot. Which is where I do really hope that, like, Nintendo kind of learned their lesson with New Horizons. And doesn't, like, make the same mistake again. Where they basically just don't include most of the content they want to include right away. I didn't mean to bulk up, but I bulked up. I'll live this hit better. Whoops. I meant to just close combat. I get 2 turns anyway. Okay, it just needs to get a turn. That's what's going on with Avalugg. There we go. Ow. I couldn't avoid that one. Cheeseburger, go! See, one would think, you know, if the Avalugg is so aggressive thanks to the frenzy that it will literally attack anyone who approaches it, that's a problem. We received the Icicle Plate. Stone tablet imbued with the essence of ice. Essence ice. Garrick, sir, you needn't look so downcast. But seeing mighty Avalugg quelled, and by such a slight child, a child that fell from the very sky, is this Dawn Girl some kind of monster in disguise? She's no monster. She's the one who risked her life without a second thought in order to quell our frenzied, suffering nobles. Dawn, Garrick cares for the Pearl Clan with all his heart, and believes in Almighty Sinnoh just as deeply. So he has feared more than any of us that getting involved with the Diamond Clan and your Galaxy team could cause our people to flag in their devotion to Almighty Sinnoh. But that will change. Irida? I know your fears will change once you see what I've seen. Dawn has much to teach us. She's shown us how we can overcome all manner of strife as long as our Pokemon are with us. She's made me want to help Glaceon realize greater strength as well, and to see my whole world grow broader. Seems you've already changed, Irida. I knew you could pull that off, Dawn. You quelled every last frenzied noble. So, is that space-time rift gonna start closing up now, or what? I don't know. It's a little way of knowing for sure, though the rift does seem perhaps a little smaller somehow. Let's hope so, anyway. Well, with any luck, things will settle down now. Although, even if the rift does start spitting out more of that strange lightning, we should still be alright as long as we've got Dawn. Indeed, we should be. It's good to have her at our side. You know something, Irida? We may never agree on who's got it right about Almighty Sinnoh, but you Pearl Clan folk aren't all bad in my book. Look who's finally seen reason. Anyway, now we've quelled the last noble, I say we pay grim old Commander Kamado a visit, see if he'll finally crack a smile for us. I don't think he's gonna do that. I forgot I needed Sneasler to use strong style moves. I'd completely forgotten about that. Well, we do got a new request over there, and a new request there, so we may as well come and gather up these requests. Oh boy, Balloon Man. Hey, Balloon Man. I tell you, there's no better way to stave off the cold than to run around and burst balloons. I run the balloon race in these parts. Nah, I'm good. Just need to burst as many of my adorable balloons as possible while riding a Pokemon. It's a blast, really. I really don't feel like taking on your balloon race, my man. I'll do it eventually, but... I got a request over there. Wherever over there is... Over there. No. Over there. The way I fly. I know this is probably the game that probably taught Nintendo that if you're going to include flying, maybe don't have a shiny sound effect, because shiny farming in this game is a lot easier because you can just fly. So you just fly in circles until you hear the sound of the shiny Pokemon, then you know there's a shiny, and then you just go catch it. Hey, you're a member of Galaxy Team's Survey Corps, right? I've heard that you're studying Pokemon and making some kind of book about them. Does that mean you're also studying my dear beloved Bergmite? Of course. What? I can't allow that. That means you'll know more about Bergmite than I do, right? I mean, probably not. I'm absolutely convinced that nobody loves or understands Bergmite more than I do. Once you've completed its entry in your book, come show it to me. As Bergmite's #1 fan in all of Hisui, I'll make sure you haven't missed any details. I mean, I wish I could just show you it now, but I technically haven't reported it yet, so it doesn't count yet. It's kind of annoying how that works. Where it's like, oh yeah, I've completed the tasks. I've got 11 of them done. You only need 10 for it to be considered complete. But I haven't reported them to the professor yet, so I haven't done it yet. It's basically how it works. But yeah, I'm almost positive that because there was a shiny sound in this game, that's why there wasn't one in Scarlet and Violet. So blame the Legends Arceus players for farming shinies. Okay. Put items into storage. Because inventory space. Let's get a nice little rest going on. Hey, Professor. Yeah, I've caught 58 Pokemon. Would like to report my findings. All them Pokemons. All them Pokemans. $40,000. Heck yeah. Gosh, that would be the life, wouldn't it? Just go catch like 50-some Pokemon and get like $40,000. That'd be like you'd be able to live comfortably for a year if those were actual dollars. So we made some new observations. Let's take a look. Yeah, there's a lot. I have my next rank. Yeah. Splendiferous results, I dare say. I've earned ourselves a promotion. Yeah, I did manage to quell Lord Avalugg. And it's finally not snowy now. I think I already have some of these, but I'll buy it anyway. Yeah, it's a piece of Black Augerite. I've yet to complete Magikarp. but I will complete it. Let's come get our promotion. Yeah, I think my Pokedex is worthy of an 8th sticker. Yeah, another sticker. Heck yeah. We have attained the rank of 8th star in the Galaxy Expedition team. We can now use jet balls. Recipe for jet balls. Full restores. We got some quests over here. A Snow White Vulpix, they say. Kindly Pokemon called Blissey saved her from a sticky situation. We got this guy down here. What do you want? Ah, if it isn't one of our beloved customers, might I trouble you with helping me a little survey work? My family, we've passed down tales of some ancestors that lived in a village around the avalanche slopes, but I've never been able to find any hint of such settlement ever existing. Beginning to doubt if the tales are true. But if everyone wants to know about where they came from, everyone wants to know about where they came from, don't they? So help me out. See if you can find any evidence of people who ever lived in the avalanche slopes. It's probably buried under the snow, if I'm honest. Like... Now, what did I need? Sand radish. I don't have any of those. I don't even know where to get those. Presumably the sand, but I don't know where in the sand. Hey man, I'm back. Each of the Pokemon nobles became frenzied, and now each of them has been quelled. We still have no explanation for why this calamity befell us, but I'm glad to see it put to an end. And to think peace would be restored to Hisui by the hand of our mysterious Rift-born helper. When tomorrow dawns, it will dawn a world restored to Normancly. At long last, we will be able to return to our normal lives. Go nourish yourself at the Wallflower, and allow yourself a good long rest. Don't forget, the Survey Corps' work is not over. It does not end until our people can live here in Hisui without fearing the Pokemon around us. I'll see how an encyclopedia is going to help on that, my guy, but, you know... Thanks for this nice, sizable helping of potato mochi, Bene old chum. Oh, and if there's anything else that you'd recommend, by all means, bring it out. Now that Avalugg's quelled too, we can survey all over Hisui. Certainly had my reservations as to whether Avalugg needed quelling, but if it means bringing calm to everyone, then I suppose we did the right thing. Hate to think what kind of havoc the frenzied nobles could have wreaked if Dawn never came to us. Still, even with all the nobles quelled, the rift doesn't seem to be closing, huh? Although wait, if the rift were to disappear, wouldn't that mean Dawn'd be stuck here? I guess. Well, our little team is certainly very practiced at investigating things by now. We'll look into the matter and find a solution, I've no doubt. Even if we don't, you'll always have a home here in Jubilife Village. Now then, tomorrow's soon upon us. It'll be another hard day of work for the Survey Corps. Don't forget, we've got our sights set on nothing less than a completed Pokedex. If you're around, that Pokedex is as good as complete. Hey, how about I just tag along as your assistant? Assistant? Come now, Ray. Don't sell yourself short. You're a full-fledged member of the Survey Corps, too. Is he, though? I feel like I'm the only one working on this Pokedex. I didn't even know what a Pikachu was until I caught one myself. I mean, come on now, Ray. Well, sure, I guess I am. In any case, time for a hearty meal and a heavy sleep. Like, it's only Ray's ace Pokemon that I had no information on because he's not submitted any to the Pokedex. You know. Bakum. Disaster looming. Refrigerator. I wonder what era it could have come from. Got a little lawnmower. It's very strange. Almost as if this might be part of a Pokemon. Just maybe. Oh, we got a bot. Got a bot. Banned the bot. Removed the message. There we go. This doesn't look good, Dawn. I don't know. It looks fine to me. What do you think, Captain Eyebrows? I don't think he's very happy. Some sort of dreadful energy seems to be pouring out of the rift in space-time. Now the entire sky's gone red. It's just Eternatus, it's fine. I have word from the commander. You are to report to his office at once. Ray just looks tired. Sky has changed. It is ominous. Very ominous indeed. What's this about, Commander? You did call us here to discuss the quelling of the nobles, didn't you? That can wait. There's a more pressing concern here that must be addressed. The first strike of the strange lightning, the one that drove Cleavor into a frenzy, it struck the night dawn fell from the sky, did it not? Seems only natural to think that the two events might be linked in some way. Correlation is not causation. Who or what really are you really, Dawn? A person? Indeed, you've done all I ordered. That does not answer the question of who you really are. You come from the rift, as did the lightning. You're connected to these frenzies, are you not? Did you think to gain our trust by quelling the frenzies you yourself brought about? I didn't. And having gained our trust, what then? What is it you're really after here? Hold on, Commander. There's nothing to suggest Dawn has wronged us. Exactly. And besides, do you think she's got this sort of fearsome power it'd be to make all this happen? Let me ask you in turn. Can you prove beyond a doubt that she is free from guilt? I mean, Kamado, that kind of logic is a bit reciprocal. Can we prove without a shadow of a doubt that you didn't cause this? Like, that kind of logic doesn't work. This person, this stranger appeared out of a rift in space-time. Who here can guarantee she is who she says? Who here can guarantee she is to be trusted? But no one can do that. You're asking us to prove a negative. How is anyone supposed to prove the absence of all doubt? Come on, let's be reasonable. What is Dawn supposed to do then? She'll be given the chance to investigate this latest disaster. But not as a member of the Galaxy team. She remains a suspect until she can clear her name. There are those in our village who cannot trust a stranger like you who fall from the sky, and so I must ask you to leave. You are no longer welcome in the Galaxy team. Consider yourself banished from this village until you can explain why these calamities keep befalling our good people. No, until you've restored our world to its rightful state and proven your innocence beyond doubt. Is that clear, Celine? Yes, sir. How can you act so heartless? Don't you believe in Dawn? Do not attempt to intervene on her behalf. I will do what I must as the commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. But I have not forgotten your deeds, nor the unusual skill you have displayed. That is why I have chosen to let you walk out of here free rather than clasp you in chains. To be expelled from the village? Seriously? Orders are orders. Let's go. Really feeling like Kamado there might have something to do with it. Just maybe. I don't trust him. No. It can't be. Well, I mean, it can be that Kamado can't be trusted. We can take it from here, ma'am. Understood. However, the decision was mine to accept this stranger as a member of the Survey Corps. It's only right that I should personally escort her from the village and into the Fieldlands camp. I'll come too. As will I, naturally. I'll allow it. Then I'll mark you all down as bound for the Fieldlands camp. Safe travels. It's just Eternatus showing up. I mean, come on, guys. We just need to find 2 dogs, give one a shield, give one a sword, and the problem's solved. Can't believe the boss would do this. He quelled all those nobles' frenzies under his own orders. Quite right. Moreover, even if you did happen to fall from the sky, that hardly gives you the power to turn it red. This is utterly intolerable, and might I add, absurdly unscientific. As a man of science, I must fight such illogical thinking tooth and nail. You must not. You will only cause Dawn more pain if you are driven out as well for defending her. However, there are others who might offer help. You've been an aid to both the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan. Of course, perhaps Adaman or Irida might take you in. Though I'm afraid they've both already returned to their respective settlements. But you could at least start by finding Leon at Grand Tree Arena. Not sure where might be, if you'd want to join the Diamond Clan. Don't die alone out there. That is an order. I will ensure you have all you need to complete the survey and the commander tasked you with. If I might offer my advice, in this life you will meet with both admiration and abuse from others. How others choose to view you is a choice only they can make. You cannot make it for them. All that truly matters is that you hold firm to your own values. What of the dream I first shared with you on Prelude Beach? To complete the Pokédex. That dream simply won't come true without you. Yeah, Ray is kinda hopeless at this, isn't he? And, you know, the people that are here will still help us. We just, you know, can't change our outfit for a while. It's really the only main difference. Oh, right, I still have a marker on this map. You know, I feel like I should go after these lost satchels. Seems like a pretty good time to do it. That is fair, Lakeisha. I will keep that in mind. I have been interested in the My Sims games. Never really played them, though. I wonder if there's any real difference between the remasters and the originals. Because the originals will be a lot easier for me to get a hold of. Ooh, request. But I will definitely keep them in mind. Whoa, you've got Pokemon with you. What are the odds? Fate must have my back today, bringing you here. Look, I know we just met. Will you do something for me? I'd love it if you could bring me that Pokemon. What's its name again? The one with a scythe on each arm. Alright. Excellent. Had a feeling you'd say that. Never mind why I need it. Just bring me that Pokemon with a scythe on each arm. Yeah, I don't have a spare scyther, I don't think. I got a Cleavor. You wanna cleave some flowers? I can help you cleave them flowers. Can't exactly help you scythe them. I'll forever love just how much just life advice the Pokemon series can give. Because, like, very much what Celine just said is very, very much true. Like, you can't change how other people are going to see you. All you can do is hold true to yourself. And the people generally always concerned about how everyone else is going to see them tend to be some of the most unhappy people you'll ever meet. Because they themselves are just never going to be happy. Because they're not trying to be happy for themselves. They're, you know... They're trying everything in their power to control how other people see them. Nostravia, you really don't want this. You really didn't want this. Tried to tell you, you didn't want that. Ow. Thought I was low enough to not hurt by falling. It's caviar. Oh man. I wonder if I could catch this Gyarados. Good old sky shrimp. Nah, I don't think I can. I'm not good enough at throwing the wing balls. And I will say, as well, before I forget to, because I do say it in tomorrow's Animal Crossing video, but I'll say now, I really appreciate any feedback that y'all are giving. Like, it's really nice and very helpful. Hey, Geodude. Bye, Geodude. Sorry, dude. I needed those stones. I mean, I don't need them, but I wanted them. Hey, man. You. What in the world did you do? I didn't do anything. But the size of that rift. If lightning starts pouring from it, all the Pokemon in Hisui could be thrown into a frenzy. The entire clan is in panic now. Should have known that the only thing that could come from this rift was disaster. I've kind of been banished. Help? Ah, well, it's not exactly something I can do. It's not that I wouldn't like to help you, but it would put Irida in a difficult position. I truly do wish I could repay you for quelling Kleavor's frenzy as you did. You must know that. There's nothing that I alone can do for you. Warden Mai might be able to help you, though. She's a caring woman, after all. Most likely find Mai at the Warm Bridge. I believe it's a very significant place for her. I'm certain that somewhere in the vastness of Hisui, there's a place for you as well. I love how quickly he went from, what did you do, to, I suppose you probably didn't mean to do this. It probably wasn't your doing. I do want to, oh, I can't. Okay, let's say I want to, oh no, I can. I just had to fully land first. So many satchels. I hope they keep that system into Legend ZA, because that is like... I really like the pouches for two reasons. One, they're neat, like returning people's lost items to them, that kind of thing. But also, like, it's in a way a bit funny to see where people, like, faint, basically. Oh, hey, around here's the Blissey. Blissey! Chansey! Darn it. Be caught. Be caught. Yeah. Is that an alpha Magikarp? I believe so. Well, I gotta try to catch that Magikarp. Yeah! Alpha Carp. Gen Alpha Carp? Carp? Just gotta remember, anytime I want to fall, all I should do is swap to Sneasler when I'm decently close to the ground. The Sneasler can fall a decent way. Yo, what up? My, what a frightful sky. Such a disturbing sight would be enough to put anyone ill at ease. You don't know what brought this about, do you? Nope. Trying to find out. Suppose it was too much to expect that you could have already had an answer to all this. Heard from our leader what happened. You can't return to that village of yours, can you? I'm afraid the Diamond Clan cannot be the ones to save you. The Diamond Clan could end up at war with the Galaxy team if things went badly. I think you would regret that as much as anyone. The Great Weirdeer took a liking to you. I would offer you my support, but forgive me, I can't help you in this. Do not abandon hope. Time solves all things. And besides, you seem to have a talent for making your own way in the world. I have no doubt you'll continue to find a path to walk. Hello, Shinx. Hello, friend. More friends. Strange events seem to follow us wherever we go. I thought it was him, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to do the voice. Found you at last, Dawn. I've been looking all over for you, you know. What would I do if I were to lose one of my favorite customers? Don't worry, I've already heard what happened. A good merchant knows well the importance of staying abreast of all the latest news. It seems you're in quite the pinch. No place for you among the Diamond Clan, nor the Pearl Clan. To say nothing of how poorly Galaxy Team has treated you. But not to worry. There are still corners of the Hisui region where we can stash you away in secret. I know a spot that'll be the perfect hideaway. Leave it all up to me. Here we are. I know, it's no palace. But you know the saying about beggars and choosers. Yeah, it seems pretty nice to me. I'd live here. Shirking your work to come pester me again. Even beneath a bleeding sky, you never change. Always a pleasure, Mistress Cogita. But I'm afraid I'm not here today to learn more of Hisui's myths and legends. No mistress, thank you. Just Cogita. And this is... Why, Dawn is the woman of the hour. She's the one who quelled the frenzy of all the Pokemon nobles, believe it or not. Ah, the poor wretch you spoke of, lost in time and space. Dear me, lost one. It seems I'll be able to fulfill my duty at long last, thanks to you. Duty? Indeed, I am to guide you, lost one, for the task of preventing great disaster falls to you. The rift in space-time must be mended, lest time and space themselves be thrown out of balance. But come, you may enter my dear hideaway. There is much to be told. The space-time rift is said to be a portal to innumerable other dimensions. In one such realm, far and farther still from ours, dwells Almighty Sinnoh. Probably the Pro Clans, kind of. Well, technically both, but... The expanse from antiquity to eternity, and the expanse to all sides, above and below. Time traces the path we tread from here and now into the future, while space yawns all-encompassing, surrounding us in every direction. You see, don't you? The two together, time and space, comprise all creation, the universe. How can one claim that either is greater than the other, as those clans do? You really can't. That's where Arceus comes in. Perhaps the truth is clearer to a wanderer such as you, one who has known other ages. I literally have Arceus in my pocket, basically. Now listen, lost one. Here is what you must do. Usui holds 3 lakes of great importance. Lake Variety, Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity. At each dwells a Pokemon said to embody one aspect of the mind. Complete the trials each set you, and bear their gifts to the shrouded ruins. There you may receive the red chain. With it, perhaps, you can bind the world together. Bind the world, you say? You mean it won't close the rift? Kindly spare me your doubts, young man. I know old words and what they bid us to do. How they are isn't mine to know. I can read. And regardless of their truth, I am bound to pass them on. How callous of my ancestors to leave their legend to children without a thought for the hardship it would cause them. But here we are. You know your duty, and you'll do it, won't you? Of course. There is nobility in knowing what must be done and seeing to it. Hey Arceus, how's it going, man? Thanks for letting me know. Mistress Koguta's got a lovely workbench here, and if you need materials, I'll be glad to help. I'm always happy to do business with you. What about my pastures? Ah, that is a problem, isn't it? What shall we do about that indeed? What was that cry? Well, that's not him, that's her. What's that cry? Have we now lost Pokemon as well as a lost child? Do see to it, please. How could I refuse you, ma'am? Off we go, Dawn. Yeah, it's probably Celine's Abra. That'd be my guess. Hello, hello, it's an Abra. Where did you teleport in from, little fellow? And it's got a letter addressed to you, Dawn. We take a closer look. To Dawn. You may use my Pokemon as a go-between to access the pastures in Jubilife Village. I've also ensured that you'll be able to utilize our base camps without issue. I have every confidence in your ability as an adept Survey Corps member to bring this bizarre situation under control promptly. Sincerely, Celine. Survey Corps Captain, Galaxy Expedition Team. Good tidings from the letter, then? Yep. Now then, so we're to visit 3 lakes? That doesn't sound like an easy task, that's for sure. It sure would be wonderful to have a kind soul who might help us out. Quite the opportunist, aren't you, Volo? Such a consummate guild merchant. Managed to reassure my people for now. The wardens are keeping a close eye on their nobles too. Seems all quiet for the moment. And so, here we are. But still, we'll never get away with openly aiding you. If we were to undermine the commander's direct orders, relations would grow strained. Long story short, we want to help you, but without drawing attention. So it'll just be one of us. Me or her. It's up to you. Though the answer should be obvious. Yeah, the answer is pretty obvious because, like, Irida's wardens have kind of been the nicer ones for the most part. Well, of course you'd choose me. I was the one who got you what you needed when you first set out to quell Cleavor. You and I made his bombs together. Yep, I choose Irida. Just what I was expecting of you, Dawn. You made the right choice, you won't regret it. So then, the leftover leader will... Leftover? Think again. Dawn trusts me enough to leave the tough job up to me alone. I'll be keeping an eye on the commander, so I can let you know if anything happens. Of course, of course. And the lucky chosen one comes with us to the lakes. We can fill you in on the details as we go. Well, the first task will be to decide which of the Hisui region's 3 Great Lakes to visit first. But yes, we should get moving. I'd rather we walk this road together, but if the commander were to get wind of it, it would only make things worse. I'll meet you at whichever lake we choose. Alright, Irida, you and Dawn. Well, you two do what needs doing. Now we have our next quests, which I kind of want to leave for next time, because it just feels better to do that, plus the title no longer really fits. And I am getting kind of hungry, and I've been going for like 2.5 hours. So, feeling like I'll end things off here for now. We do have all of our storage. I do want to check out that Chansey and Blissey really quick. Which I can do via Abra. So let's see. Chansey. I mean, alright. That's not a terrible nature for a Chansey. That's not a good nature for a Blissey. I mean, it's not awful. Blissey doesn't really care about physical defense, but you'd rather have it than not have it. Because you might be able to tell. A lot of HP going on here. Hello, Azula Ozai. What about these Magikarps? Bad nature. Neutral, so it's neutral. Bad nature. Which one's the alpha? That one. Ah, the first one with a bad nature. Bad nature. Bad nature. So I've got one useful Magikarp out of that lot. How is this Ralts looking? Would make a decent Gallade. Machamp. Bad nature. Well, okay. It's not the worst. Like, you can make a special attacking Machamp work, but it's not good nature for a Machamp to have. I kind of want to keep going until the hour. I'll do that. I'll just work on, like, side quests and stuff. Not side quests, but, like, Pokedex stuff. Okay. Hey, Irida. Ooh, there is an outbreak of snow runts. There's an outbreak of magmars. I do like me a snow run. I almost want to do the Obsidian Fieldlands first, just so I can work on Magikarp, because if I do that, then I can easily just splash on fools with Magikarp, so I think I might do that. Calamity's happening, and what am I thinking of doing? Splashing on fools. Hey, man. Okay, I know I've got a couple Magikarps in here already. Bad nature. Bad nature. Yeah, I've got one usable Magikarp. It was this one, right? Yeah. I almost feel like just because I am just going to be splashing, I should just grab this one, but the nature is so bad. Okay, let's, for now, I don't think it really matters, but let's replace Avalugg for now. Hey, Rand. I mean, doesn't look great, but it's going pretty good. Okay, I need to find something to splash on. Wrong button. That's the button I want. Maybe Magikarp's over here in the water. That would be ideal. That would double up the splashing I need, so, you know. There are no Magikarps here. Come on, Magikarps, where are you hiding? Yep. It's partially why everything's going to crap, is I now have all of the, I have now quelled all the lords. There's a Magikarp. It's an alpha. It's filled with wild might. Powerful. You know what? I can do that too. I'm gonna splash on this fool. God, he splashed back. And you know what we gotta do? We gotta splash again. Welcome back, Oakley. Splashed on me again. Gotta keep splashing. This has a purpose. The Pokedex requires you to see Magikarp splash, I think, 200 times. So we just splash fest. Oh, he got 2 splashes. That's a lot of splashes. I legitimately think it's probably going to end up KOing itself before I get through all of my splashes, which will also mean it'll KO me as well, because it's level 31. Its struggles are gonna hurt. Just gonna splash on these fools. I really wish I was using my my third-party Pro Controller so I could just set the Turbo A button. It's gonna splash twice on me again. It's really showing me up. But I'm not giving up the splash battle. This would totally be something that happens in the anime. Let's get a splash battle going on. Yeah, I mean, the other one is an alpha after all. But I believe in Magikarp. Just gotta keep on splashing. Also, because it's relevant to mention this, because Rand's here, and I think he's the only person that's following me currently that plays Monster Hunter. In the beta, I decided to give the bowguns and stuff a try. They have seriously nerfed piercing. Like, Pierce 1 is so much weaker than anything else you can do from a bowgun. I could only see Pierce 1, but it's so weak. I have to witness Splash like 200 times, so I could just send out another Pokemon, but this doubles up the speed. And like, I do get why they nerfed piercing shots. It was kind of busted. It was the go-to ammo for World and Rise, but it would have been better if they would have just buffed everything else instead of nerfing piercing shots, but, you know. Like, at least on the training dummy, Pierce 1 was dealing, like, from all 3 shots in the heavy bowgun, it was dealing less than 50 damage against the training dummy. From all 3 shots. 1, because the heavy bowgun can burst normal rounds now, its burst of normal 2 was like 100 damage. A single shot of spread 1, and it has 3 in the clip, was almost 50 damage. Like, and this is emptying the mag of Pierce, being equivalent to 1 tap from other things. Unless that's not how it's gonna work in the main game, which I'm kind of hoping. I liked my bowguns, though I preferred shrapnel. I'll admit, and I didn't pay enough attention to know if shrapnel is going to be in wilds or not. But, like, yeah. I basically just decided I wanted to see how the controls work, because I swear every PC Monster Hunter, they mess with the controls. Wait, does that Magikarp have infinite PP? Or have I just not gotten... It may not have gotten to the point of using enough yet. If it has infinite PP, I will just feed Magikarp here a berry. I don't know. It's struggling. It struggled. Well, that'll be 80 splashes. Mirror Electrode. That's fair. Hopefully they'll go a bit lower. Okay. Now to see if that counted as more than just 1 splash each. Because I swear to God, if that only counted as 1. Okay, no. Okay, no, it's only 100 times I need to see it. Still, though, that's a lot of splashes needed. I could swear it was 200, but I might be thinking of another thing you need to see 200 times. Okay. Let's get Magikarp revived. Get Magikarp nicely healed up. Hey, Magikarp. Fight Magikarp. I need more. Yes. Splash. We must splash together. should have recovered my PP, but I can just use a turn to recover the PP of it. I should really be working on story stuff still, but like, my title doesn't fit anymore. I thought it would take me a bit longer to get through the Avalugg stuff. I know with Rise, the go-to thing to do with a bow was spread shot. So, they already kind of nerfed piercing arrows with Rise, so wouldn't be surprised if they just carry that on with spread shot being the way to go. Which I don't mind. I mean, spread and normal shot were just kind of better for the bow, which was nice to see. Like, Pierce was viable, but it wasn't the best. Which does kind of just fit the bow. Everything with, really, the bow gun and the bow should, none of it should be better than anything else, which is why I kind of wish they would have just brought everything else up to Pierce's level, rather than nerfing Pierce. It should all be options and personal preference, you know. My thought is there might be some monsters that are just simply large enough that Pierce will still be viable against them. That's my hope, at least. I will say, using it on the training dummy, it did seem pretty good at causing wounds, so maybe that'll be its purpose. Maybe? Just over here splashing on your fly, girl. I don't even know what that means. I'm so not hip. I've never been hip. Splashing. Very, very intriguing gameplay, I know. World's ending and I'm over here splash. I know they did really buff the elemental ammos as well. At least in what little I used them in the beta. They seem to basically function like in a way, like a spread, but at longer range. So spread is still pretty hot garbage if your bowgun can use one of the elemental shots, but... Okay, I've probably done enough. Let's catch this Magikarp. I need to catch more anyway. Yeah, I'm hoping there'll be like, maybe it'll be a like full out build required kind of thing. That would be ideal. Okay, now I still need to defeat electrodes. Splashing would be pretty fun. I'm sorry, Magikarps. I don't want to do this, but I need to for the Pokédex. Blame the professor. Does anyone here remember Magikarp Jump? A little mobile game? I don't know if it's even still a thing. That game was an experience. Like, the whole point of the little mobile game was you would have your Magikarp and you were just making it jump. You would just jump higher. And you could get different patterns of Magikarp. You collect a bunch of Magikarps. And occasionally, when your Magikarp jumps, a frickin' Pidgeot would come and just steal it away, and it's gone now. It's like, okay. Magikarp's gone. Okay, there's all the splashes. 24 more splashes than I needed. I need to defeat 40 of them. I need to give them food. Do that after defeating more. I should actually be catching some, because, like, I need to catch some big ones. And it's hard to tell whether they're big or not. I mean, I also still just need to catch Magikarps, so... Yeah, there's another large specimen. I wonder. I don't think I've ever checked this waterfall. You always gotta check waterfalls in games. Nah, nothing here. Because you never know when a cheeky game developer will be hiding something behind the waterfall. A lot of alpha Magikarps. I mean, if that doesn't count as a large specimen, I don't know what would. Oh, it's angry. You know, I was gonna make this easy on you. But I mean, if you... It's level 55. It's so high level. Okay, I might need something more than the Pokeball. I mean, it doesn't change its catch rate any, but... It's enraged. It's angry. It's angrily splashing at me. Let's try another Ultra Ball. There we go. Again, if that doesn't count as a large specimen, good. I was going to be mildly annoyed. Alright, see you, Oakley. Hope you have a good one. Yeah, I also, in like the final bit of the beta I played, I did poke at the Switch Axe some more, and it's still just, it's so awkward to use without the frickin' wire bug moves. I mean, I'm fine not having the, I can never remember their names. I always have to, like, go to the wiki to get their names. But I'm fine without having the skill that basically just makes it so the Switch Axe can stay in blade form forever. Like, I'm fine losing that one. But, like, the, Maybe on this page. The, Invincible Gambit. Like, just, that is what the Switch Axe needs. For anyone who may not have used Switch Axe in Rise, what Invincible Gambit does is you basically charge forward and outside of certain attacks are uninterruptible. As you just simply get a couple hits in, basically. Which, for any other weapon, you'd probably have the thought of, why? Why would you want that? That sounds bad. But this is the switch axe we're talking about. A weapon where dodging isn't a thing. Most of the switch axe combos leave it rooted in place, unable to dodge, and this was a thing they could do to attempt to dodge. Or at least not get knocked on their butts when they see an attack coming. You know. It was so nice. It was so convenient. And now they're taking it away from Switch X mains. They gave us a taste of what every other weapon gets to do. It's called dodge. We got a taste of it. It's gonna be really awkward relearning how to switch axe without that. Because, like, man. It's nice to be able to dodge. Or block. Or, you know, mitigate the damage you're taking in some way. I knew there was an alpha weasel. I've been looking for this. Now I can complete that really old little subquest. Eventually. I mean, I can't go talk to the guy now, but, you know. There is faster ways of moving. I just like flying on a fish. I mean, who doesn't like flying on a fish? Hey, Snorlax. Hello, literally me. I can't help it. I like food and I sleep a lot. I'm a Snorlax. Though I say that, I have been losing a lot of weight, so maybe I'm not a Snorlax. Maybe I've been a Slakoth this whole time. I've just evolved into Vigoroth. And soon enough, I will become a Slaking, become lazier and fatter than ever before. I probably need to defeat some of these. They're not water types. I don't know what they're doing. Or what I'm doing. They're poison types, but I should be well faster. Yeah. Would a Thunderbolt one-hit KO? Maybe. Let's try it. Nope. Thankfully it didn't. Barb Barrage? That would have hurt. Did something that didn't hurt. Neat. I should also... I mean, I still need Magikarp for things, but I don't think I actively need it in my party for those things. So let's go swap it out. I mean, I do need to evolve one. Do I have... I do have some XP candies. So close. I mean, I need to evolve more than one, but this one has an alright nature, so... Evolve the Magikarp! A magical carp. Look at it go! Our carp has evolved into a shrimp. I sure would hope it would get the idea for a new move. If all Gyarados could do was splash, that would be quite problematic. What do I need to do for Gyarados, anyway? Hurricane. Of course it needs to use a special attack. Why wouldn't it? It's Pokedex. Why they gotta be like this? I mean, I say that after having just done a lot of this. Well, all of this, really. We need to evolve 10 Magikarps, because evolving 1 isn't enough. You need to do it 10 times. So many things for this Pokedex are so excessive. Alakazam, see it use Psychic 70 times. I could swear something in here had 200. I mean, this makes sense to evolve it, you know, many different ways, because it's Eevee, but like... Right, I need to use Sword Stance. I haven't used Dire Claw once. Might be Mandela affecting myself. I could swear there was one of these you had to do something 200 times with. I mean, unknown, you just simply have to catch all of them. Catch every letter of the alphabet. Have fun. They're around somewhere. Gengar needs to use Shadow Ball 70 times. Agile moves 70 times. Strong Style moves 70 times from Goodra. Which is kind of the problem, because I can't ever think of a time I'd really want to Strong Style out of Goodra. Like, she's defensive, yeah, but she ain't that defensive. She ain't fast, so like... No, I mean, admittedly, I could just Strong Style, like, 50 Bidoofs. Like, that would work. Okay, I must be misremembering, or it's just something I don't have. Also, if you're still there, Rand, this is Cleavor. I think it was you mentioning... It was somebody. My brain says it was you mentioning that you didn't know about the, alternate evolution for Scyther. What's different? Oh, the butt's a bit longer on the female. Okay. I see now. It just took me cycling back and forth a lot. You gotta love that with Pokemon, where it's like, oh yeah, there's this, you know, there's this gender difference. It's like, okay, what about on this other mon? Like, nah, none on that one. It's like, but why? Why only do it on some? And the answer is a resounding shrug. Let's get Avalugg back out here. But okay, I have been going for about 3 hours. Let's get to the lake, and then I think I'll end things off there. Because I am getting pretty hungry. Would like to get some noms. This is gonna hurt. Ow. Lake. Hey, Staraptor. I'm going to the lake. Can't stop me. I'm in the lake. You couldn't stop me, Staraptor. I'm in your lake. Okay. Space-time distortions for me. I want the items, but also, like, I do kind of need to end things off. Really, Gyarados? You really want this? Or is it the Magikarp? No, it's the Gyarados. Fine, I'll move somewhere else. It's not the coast. Done being angry? The Magikarp is angry. Just wants to splash on me, I guess. But yeah, I should get things ended off here because I am very hungry. So, with that, I do want to thank you all for coming out and watching. And hopefully I'll see you back here next stream, which should be on Thursday, where we will continue solving the world's problems, one lake at a time. If you like my style of content, I do a daily Animal Crossing New Horizons series, which you can watch on my YouTube channel. It's uploaded at 6 p.m. Atlantic time every single day. Well, it's not uploaded then, but it goes live then. It's uploaded before then, because that's how YouTube works. You don't upload things directly then, you tend to schedule them, then YouTube makes them live when it comes time. I also have a alternate series I'm doing every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, which is currently We Love Katamari, which I need to record some of today, because all the episodes I've recorded are already out, so I really need to get more done. Pretty close to the end of that game. I don't even know how many more episodes of that there will be. But yeah, that's everything. I thank you all very much for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in the next thing I do. See you then.